BBC Radio Solent.
With Julian Clegg.
Now, as we've been reporting this morning, the twin sister of Gaia Pope, whose body was found near Swanage, has spoken for the very first time about the tragedy and the family's continuing search for answers. Tomorrow is the first anniversary of Gaia's disappearance, which sparked off a huge search in Swanage and the surrounding countryside. You may remember we covered that here on Solent at the time. Now, in her first ever broadcast interview, Maya says her family will only start to get answers to their questions about what happened to her sister when the results of 2 official investigations are released next year. Maya told our reporter Steve Humphrey how positive memories of her twin sister were helping her to cope.
Recent memories in particular, when we went on holiday to Greece in 2017, and I remember I saw a dance for the first time, which was amazing. We'd been watching theatrical choreography and I didn't know that Gaia could dance like that. Just remembering sort of like who she is, remembering that we were very close, and even though I'm very unlucky, I also feel very lucky to have been able to have that relationship. I've got a box at home that's wood burnt with my name on it, and Gaia has a matching one, and in my box I've got some possessions of Gaia's sort of silly little things really, like the last packet of strawberry laces that she ate. I've also got a little key ring that she made me, just little things like a time capsule box that I can look at.
Positive things?
Yeah, really positive things that I remember about her. She always used to ask me to get her sweets on the way home or something like that, and it's just something I really remember about her. She loved her sweets.
I suppose there are some things which only you, as her twin sister, would remember, would know about.
Yeah, definitely. The things that we only told each other, really. There's no one else in this world that I think I can imagine being as close to as I was to Gaia. Coping has been very difficult for the family and for myself. The trauma has been, it's a massive shock, even though it's almost a year on now. It feels like it's been 5 minutes since we found out the news. And I'm still partly in shock as well as processing the grief. I think my twin sister really deserves justice. I also feel like, this may sound selfish, but it was part of my birthright to have my twin around, especially as someone that suffers from autistic spectrum disorder. Having my twin sister, I was very reliant on her and her company and her support. And I think I was more reliant on Gaia than she was reliant on me, even with the epilepsy.
Now, Gaia's other sister, Clara, has also been talking to BBC Radio Solent and South today, talking to Steve. She said it didn't feel that long ago that Gaia went missing and was found dead.
It doesn't feel that long ago that it happened, so it doesn't feel like there should be an anniversary. It doesn't feel like there should be an anniversary of her death or an anniversary of any of the turmoil that we went through. It doesn't feel right, and it hasn't sunk in for me yet. But it's really hard. It feels still very unreal that I won't just be able to go home and see her, or give her a ring, or have call her on FaceTime when we're about the house in our pajamas and have a laugh or whatever. It feels really bizarre that I won't be able to have that again. It has been incredibly long and I would say laborious. Yeah. We're rarely getting any information, and the little information we're getting dripped to us is, that they've delayed the IOPC investigation, or there's the next delay to something and it's not going to happen for another year and whatever. So it's something that I'm very determined to get done and determined to see through, and I don't think that's going to change. So I'm just waiting. I don't want to reside her to my memories. I very much feel like she's with me all the time, and she helps with decisions that I've got to make, or like if I do something stupid, I just hear her go, Clara, it's, I feel her with me all the time. So it's not, I don't just get strength from my memories of her, I get strength from her being with me and helping guide me through all of this to get justice for her and just to get our lives back a bit.
Gaia Pope's sister Clara talking to Steve. If you're just joining us, by the way, BBC Radio Solent, 12 minutes past 8, and we're hearing a conversation with the sisters of Gaia Pope, whose body was found near Swanage last year. The family, not surprisingly, still looking for answers about how reports of her disappearance were dealt with and how an earlier complaint by Gaia that she'd been sexually assaulted was investigated. Maya told Steve Humphrey the inquest into Gaia's death would be hugely important to the whole family.
We want to, through the inquest, highlight, we want to go from start to finish chronologically and work out exactly what happened and what claims were followed up by the police, not just with the missing persons case, but also with the 2015 incidents. So we would like to see some progression somewhere with that, not just with the police, but also with mental health services and the way that they deal with victims of sexual assault.
Do you sometimes feel as though you won't actually be able to grieve properly until you actually get to the end of what is a very sort of legalistic administrative process?
Definitely. I've been through many sleepless nights. I'm very sleep deprived, and I'm still in so much shock about it. Sometimes I can let my emotions run freely, and other times it's having to swallow what's inside because the other people around you and your family are in so much pain.
And it's all for Gaia?
It's all for Gaia, it's all for my twin sister. And I'm so very proud of my family for coping the way they are. Maya, my cousin, and my mum. She's such a strong person, and she's dealing with it better than I could have ever imagined, really, considering the circumstances.
Maya and Clara talking to us. It's at 40 minutes past 8, and you can see more on that interview tonight on Saturday on BBC One at 6:30. It's 14 minutes past 8.